Come on and clap your hands and give the Lord praise up in here. Oh, come on, you can clap a little better than that. Come on, clap like you got an attitude. To neighbor, tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I got a praise, and I'm not going to let you stop me from getting it out. Y'all don't hear me up in here. How many of y'all know that no matter how low you fall and how long you stay down, that you can always get back up and go back home? The Bible said that the prodigal son came to himself at his lowest point, and he got up and he went back home. Touch your neighbor, tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, you can get up and go back. Yeah, I know there are some church folks that don't want you to come back, but you can get up and go back anyway. So I wrote a song called Just Go Back to Christ. Y'all ready? I want y'all to turn it up real loud in the sound booth. I want to hear it real loud and clear. The Bible said make a joyful noise, so we want the noise up in here. Is that all right? Come on and scream, somebody in this house. Come on. Yeah. Come on, turn it up. Come on. Yeah. You've been down long enough. Yeah. And you done clown long enough. Done hung around long enough. Now it's time to go back. Okay, my brother, listen, because I believe you were chosen. And just because you made mistakes doesn't mean your life is over. So you got off track a while back and you derailed. But just because you fell down doesn't mean that you failed. I know it's hard to get back up, dude, especially around church folks, because some of them are worse than street folks when it comes to being cutthroat. But you're the one that needs Jesus, so let them say what they want to say. You better do like me and Combs say and pray in your own way. Because whether you get up or stay down, they still gonna talk. But if you don't get back up and you stay down, then that's your fault. Because I don't know not one successful person that didn't mess up. But I do know a lot of dishonest folks that don't want to fess up. But you, brother, you can turn your test into a testimony. Tell them how you fell down, got up, and got back on it. See, you can be the one that tell them how the Lord fixed your life. But you got to make that first step, brother. Get up and go back to Christ. Come on, you need to get back. Because you need him in your life. Don't you wait another night. Because it's time to go back. You know why? Because you've been down long enough. Is there anybody here ever been down? Yeah, and you done hung around long enough. Now it's time to go back. Can I talk to the ladies? Okay, ladies, y'all gonna mess around and run y'allself crazy. Out here looking for love in all the wrong places. And you taking care of these babies because you married to these lazy men. And running for your life because y'all hooked up with all these crazy men. And I know you say in your heart that you feel like you're losing this race. And why do every man that you get with got to put his hands in your face? Now all of your life, you ain't seen nothing but abuse. It's like you reliving all the mess you saw your mama go through. So you say, what's the use? Well, the use, boo, is you. Don't let all that crazy stuff you went through make you give up on you. Okay, so what? You messed it up and you failed to make the grade. But God gave you all the right stuff, girl. You've been wonderfully made. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get up and get back in. Just because you lost a few rounds doesn't mean you can't win. And let every devil in hell know that you've taken back your life. And you refuse to die like this, so you going back to Christ. Come on. Come on, put your hands together. Because you need him in your life. And don't you wait another night. Because it's time to go back. You know why? You've been down long enough. Yeah. And you done clowned long enough. Yeah. And you hung around. But it's time to go back. Listen. Now to all you hateful church folks that want to act like you ain't done nothing. And every time somebody do walk in the door, you be the first one to say something. Well, why should you care what people wear and where they came from? See, it's more important to God that the lost feel welcome when they come. See, you don't know what it took for them dudes to come in out the streets. And you don't know how much hell that sister done been through this week. And you don't know how bad she been abused and how she been hurt. But when you greet her, all you can talk about is the length of her skirt. Well, so what if she got on pants? We ain't trying to save her clothes. God is after her soul while you sitting there turning up your nose and treating people cold when all they need is some compassion. You ought to think about yourself before you carry out your actions. Like, what if it was your child that had up and gone astray? You know, the one that you've been praying for like every day. And out of the blue one day, the Lord just up and touched their life. But then church folks hinder them from coming back to Christ. How would you feel? Come on, put your hands together. Yeah. Yeah. And you done hung around long enough. Now it's time to go back to Christ. Come on, can you help me give God a wave offering? Come on, just put your hands in the air like this. Yeah, it's time to go back. Yeah, and this is what you ought to be telling the backslider. This is what you ought to be telling the drug addict. This is what you ought to be telling the alcoholic. Come on, that you can go back to Christ whenever you get your mind made up. The Bible said that he is constantly waiting on you. He hadn't thrown you away. He's not finished with you. He's waiting on you to come back. Come on, get your hands in the air and just wave them from side to side. Yeah, yeah, you hung around long enough. Now it's time to go back to Christ. Somebody give the Lord a hand clap of praise up in here.